memorable field in Chicago. Today, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC North. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears.
2025 Chicago Bears.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. And off we go from the Windy City. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. The #1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks, allow your team to get settled in, don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, he made the right move.
They'll run here with the rookie. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early third down coming up.
Brings up third down and 9.
Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. He'll try to run for it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
15 yards. And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket. When you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's second down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. That's a gain and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
That's just a brutal miss, especially on third down. I mean, if he delivers a good ball, Mike, that's a completion, first down, and this drive is alive. And I think he just tried to be a little too perfect, and he overshoots his target, and he's not there in time to reel it in.
So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last 2 seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, He's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do two things: stay healthy and keep winning.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's Love. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
A gain of 7. First down, Green Bay.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Back to Dobbs again. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Love. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it's going to be 3rd down.
So they're trying to get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback. That's the best way to slow down any good pass rush, but the accuracy and the run after catch is a critical part of the play. So when this ball is not thrown out in front, what they call the front shoulder pad throw, it makes it really hard for this slant route to get completed, and the ball's thrown so far behind him. This is one of those plays where you either have to just eat it or you got to make a better decision on where you throw that ball, because you continue to throw the ball into these crowds, especially under pressure, you're going to turn the ball over, balls are going to get tipped up in the air, and bad things are going to happen. So fortunately for him, it winds up incomplete, but got to expect better decision-making as the game goes on.
Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Bears offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. We've seen a couple of punts so far to start this game out, so they'll try it again in this scoreless game with 1st and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll put Loveland in motion. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
There's a great example of the pressure altering the quarterback's plan. They need to continue to get him off his spot, continue to make him speed through those progressions. I think if they can continue to do that, they're going to find good success.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. He's got room past the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15. And a 1st down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
Benjamin Cooper on the stop. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. A first catch for DJ, and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They're on the march. Another first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll go with the counter on first down, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
They'll take this down inside the 30. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
Way Walker. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
Third and 11. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
On fourth down, it's Cairo Santos on for the Bears field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Santos' kick is good. And the Bears are out to an early 3-0 lead. So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over for their second possession. First carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formation, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
On second down, Love. That's Dobbs open left side. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. In motion goes Dobbs. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
That one had to hurt. I mean, he had his guy wide open, and I think he just rushed the throw a bit, Mike. I mean, they failed to connect on what should have been a big play.
3rd down and 9. Now Love. He's got it! And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A big gainer for Green Bay. 38 yards.
Green Bay.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second down throw for Love. That's complete on the tight end screen. And he'll take this down to the 2, but a good tackle there. Going to set up 3rd and goal. Here's Love to throw. And that is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
They'll go for it. Love. And this is caught. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers move out to a 7-3 lead.
Bears 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return, and he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. Play fake. Now Williams to the left side. He's got Komet. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up second down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice gain.
Williams to throw on second down. Oh, what a throw. Swinging it across his body and complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Quarter in the books. It's the Packers on top. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
Down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 2. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
And the Bears, 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. He takes off, and he will try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
15 from Ogunze. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak, and it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Off play action. Here's Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Packers' 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd down and 7. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
That's complete. Komet with the catch. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. They'll turn and hand this one off. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on 3rd down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short, and the block kick leads to a turnover on downs.
Mike, it's usually not a good thing when we start talking about the long snapper, but it was his error that leads to this blocked kick. So if this operation doesn't get cleaner, this is something we're going to have to keep an eye on the rest of the game.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
This one on target, it's Dobbs. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
From the gun, it's Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the 1st half. That one picks up a 1st down.
10 at the 50-yard line.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one not quite on target, and too much. That one falls incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive. And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Bears offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. They'll put Loveland in motion. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
And the Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Gonna look deep. Looking for more. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down. Now after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The Bears sending out their punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone.
Big play. Let's make something happen. Come on.
Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. And that is the last thing you want to do, Greg. When you have the ball on offense in your hands and the other team gets points, it is 2 with a safety there.
And it's really a rare play in the NFL, Mike. We just don't see it very often. So anytime a defense gets to run off the field celebrating, getting an easy 2 points, they'll take it.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Automatic 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force them down for a loss.
On 2nd, Love. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 3rd and long. Love to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. And it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Here's Daniel Whelan now as he is on to punt for Green Bay. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Bears offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Complete to number 2, DJ Moore. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now a give on the ground, and he will pick it up. Let's give him a 1st down up to the 37-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Bears 1st down.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Beaton. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That's fielded at about the 18. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a 2nd defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the 1st half, it hasn't worked. Love to throw it on 1st down. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop at just over a minute remaining in this 1st half. 2nd and 7. To throw is Love. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 21.
They get 21 on that one. First down, Packers.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Second down and 3. Throwing is Love. He's got room at the 30, and he'll be taken down. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Well, if you like defensive football, this game's heaven, because right now points have become a premium. Someone has to figure out a way to get something going, whether it's a field goal or even just a positive drive and play the field position game. Some offense has to take control of this game here at some point.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 10-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Love. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a... It's up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Love. And this one, the sideline, good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the 1st down. And that brings up 4th down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
The Bears offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
First and 10 at the
You get so caught up
36-yard line.
defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
He'll step up and run this. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
A run on first down. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, Chicago.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses. The ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run.
He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Santos' kick is good. And the Bears are back within a score. They trail now by 6. Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on first and 10. They'll run with Jacobs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. And that one incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. He's got a man, it's Doubs. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Green Bay.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the hole, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
On play action, Love. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receiver saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard
The Bears
line.
offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. The drive will start on the ground, and that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
It's a loss of 2.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll go play action here with Williams. He's got it! And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A big play after being backed up. 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now, this is textbook route running. Everything from the way he attacked their leverage with speed, and then when he crosses face, that's the indication for the quarterback to release the ball. Ball's on target, great run, great route, big pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. here, up the middle, and he's able to find the crease, get ahead for 7, and he'll bring up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
They'll try to run. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark, but he is short. They've held him on 4th down. What a stand. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line, and for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Third and long. From the gun, it's Love. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Up the sideline at the 35. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry here. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
This secondary, I mean, they just continue to impress me this entire game, Mike. I mean, it just feels like every ball is contested. Even the ones that are complete, those windows are tight. In this case, a really nice job knocking the ball away, and I just can't say enough about how hard these guys compete on every play.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. On first down, it's Love. That's caught by Golden, right side, and he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
26 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. And a Packer first down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's caught at Savion Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
And it's third down.
Here's Love. Open man, left side, he's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
That's good for the Packers. First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The break the huddle coming up now for first and 10. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in, and that'll go down as an incompletion.
So there's a sense of urgency with these RPOs, especially in the NFL game, because your linemen, they're thinking it's a run, so you can't allow them to get downfield. So that's where this quick decision-making from the quarterback is so critical, and the timing of this one just wasn't quite right and falls incomplete.
We'll go play action with Love. The throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
That's Doubs open left side. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll get this to the Missouri man, Luther Burden.
Complete to Luther Burden. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 4. Here's Williams. Trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So these screen plays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
2nd and 11. Here's Love to throw. Get this over the middle to Golden. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bears offense And their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better. The cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. A throw on the move is caught. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up second down.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Here's Williams now to throw. To the left side, he's got Komet. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 1.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
The Bears send out their punt team.
For the Bears.
He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Packers offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and a couple. Once again, it's Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Now a 3rd and 2. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
From the 31, here is second down and 9. Now Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. This a must-stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. The throw is long. Moving to his right. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This one from 49. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Packers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. They're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 11. Good for a Bears 1st down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Chicago.
At the 21-yard line.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the 4th quarter.
Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. And it's an incompletion. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate. An opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front. At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They convert with a gain of 15.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's first and goal. Really nice job here defensively, not only to get the penetration and to clog those run lanes, but they're able to take them down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Second down, goal to go. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
3-yard loss on the play.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to hit him with a screen.
Williams pass. Complete to Kyle Manungai. A gain of 6 yards. Brings up 4th down and goal.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs. The Packers offense make their way out to take over once more. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And motion, it's Golden. On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And he'll move it out of harm's way. A gain of 3 up to the 4-yard line. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love out quickly to Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down, but there is a flag on the field. You wonder if that was a push-up. That'll march them back half the distance, and they'll go from there. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. You are hoping your running back can do something to give you space. And Greg, they got the absolute opposite. Instead, it is a safety.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. That's all they're trying to do is give themselves some breathing room and get their quarterback out of the end zone on this next snap. But instead, the defense is all over it. They get in the backfield for the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
Brendan McManus.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20. Here comes a return, and he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. The Bears offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Good slam. Looked in by Moore. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. They'll stop it here with 1:07 on the clock.
At the 42-yard line.
It is 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Williams. Over the middle, that's Komet. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Try to throw again. Here's Williams. Of his reach, overshooting him on the deep ball. Incomplete.
At this stage of the game, Mike, you have to find that balance defensively between playing prevent and making sure that ball does not get thrown over my head. But how often do we see defenses just give so much space, so much green grass, that the offense finds a way to move down the field quickly regardless? So just continue to mix up coverages, but do not let them throw the ball over your head.
That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver, and when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball, and he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the offense will get the ball back, be touchdown, and that will be a wrap. This game is over. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.